Welcome back to the Mac and the Hangin' podcast. It's your host, Trey. I'm still here with ugly ass Nige. You made a comeback.
Yo, what up? The most best looking nigga in the room and shit.
Get it out, ugly nigga. Here with Dre.
Get him, Dre.
And Rico.
The most hated. What up, Doubt?
Yeah. Everybody, I ain't gonna lie, Rico's, everybody's been asking me, how could we get you off the show and shit.
So we love Rico. We got you, B.
Hell yeah, I've been telling him like, nah, bro, he bring the gamers to the damn pod.
He bring all the lame niggas that don't get vagina to the fucking podcast. So it's lit.
He bring mad weird niggas, and so we need that.
Facts.
Yeah. But no, how was y'all boys' week?
Shit was trash, son.
Yeah, it wasn't that dope.
Yeah, because I realized like. Cause normally on a Saturday, yo, we be out here lit as shit, drunk as a motherfucker.
Living life.
Yo, it was midnight. I'm looking at the time like, what the fuck? I'm here on a Saturday in the bed watching HGTV with my girl, watching niggas how to flip houses. I was like, yo, wow, I'm officially washed up.
In your defense, HGTV is the shit.
I was just gonna say that.
No, cause I was telling my girl, I was like, yo, this shit is actually kind of fire.
Yeah, that shit dope, yo. Yeah, we was good.
No, I ain't gonna lie though. You do sound washed up like hell and shit. But my ass was watching that same shit too. That I watched this shit. And what about you, Rico? What you get into for this week?
Saturday I went to go see the Dragon Ball Super movie. That shit was lit as fuck.
Litty.
Nerd ass.
Super nerd.
Otherwise, me and Wife Babe pretty much been chilling. Oh, we watched this movie called The Green Book or some shit like that.
Wait, did this nigga just reintroduce Wife Babe to the damn terminology?
Wife Babe.
What you called it that
I love you, Wife Babe.
That shit's fucking corny.
Yeah, I hate it. I hate it so much.
Oh, and I got a special announcement and shit. We welcoming Dre to Facebook and shit. This nigga,
get him, Dre. Get him, Dre. Today is the first day, yo.
Take this nigga 30 years to do it.
Today is day one in about 10 years I've been on Facebook. Yo.
Facts.
Yeah, that shit stupid as hell. I ain't gonna lie. I was thinking, I was a terrorist like a mother. I was like, why the fuck he off the grid like this?
For sure he did a murder or some shit.
Nah, first and foremost, all terrorists are on Facebook, yo. So I don't know what you talking about.
Yeah, they took Nige page.
Oh, yeah, the terrorists. The niggas in Turkey. Yo, and the guy that took my page, he opened up a store with his father. He had his on his profile picture. I was pissed.
Hell yeah.
Terrorists.
Yo, I still thread a nigga to this day, y'all. I'm gonna get this page back some way, somehow, nigga.
He took that shit. He don't give two fucks about what Nige got going on at all.
Hey, yo, I remember when I first found out about it, and I had threaded him. I said, yo, you took my page, pussy. Yo, he called me through the Facebook app. I was scared as hell. I was like, fuck.
Yeah, that shit's wild as hell.
I remember the day he took it. That was hilarious.
I ain't gonna lie, ever since then I've been fucking with all my privacy settings and shit. Like, let me make sure I turn this bitch off real quick and shit. No, but that shit's funny as hell. Rico got an arch nemesis and shit. My brother hate this nigga and shit. He hate him on the podcast. How you feel about that? You want to address that shit, Rico?
I ain't gonna lie, Meech. You sound like a scorned female. You still my family though, G. But your ass ain't on the pod, nigga. And I am. Ha ha!
Hey, I know. Hey, Meech, I know when you hear this, you're gonna be hella pissed when you hear
Hell
this.
yeah. It's coming like, yo, he gonna double back on that shit. Like, yo, get Rico off this shit now.
Yo, so the backstory is my brother, he was listening to the last pod and he heard Rico on there, and he said as soon as he heard Rico say, what you say when you open
what up though?
Oh, he said what up though. He said he turned that shit off instantly and shit.
Said he wanted to unsubscribe and shit.
So he got a petition out there. So make sure that you don't sign that shit, because we need all our listeners and shit.
Facts.
Oh, and I want to shout out to all our listeners and shit. We already hit 100K on Facebook and shit.
Yeah. Shout out to y'all keeping us in the game.
Word.
And we just started advertising, so we'll be advertising on Complex, on BET and shit.
They not ready. They not ready, yo.
Y'all gonna see us on VH1 and shit pretty soon and shit.
We coming for everything, so y'all keep an eye out, motherfuckers.
And then another thing is, if you wanna enter a chance to meet Jersey Drake, what we need you guys to do is go on Apple and go on Spotify.
We gonna interrupt that. Yo, what the fuck is he talking about?
That was a fucking joke, you piece of shit.
We not doing that.
Right,
continue, bro.
I'm gonna keep it going and shit. So y'all boys see that Fyre Festival Documentary on Netflix?
Yo, that doc was crazy, yo.
I didn't. But get it back. But get a backstory about it for the niggas that didn't see it.
Oh no, he ain't got Netflix and shit. But no, so the backstory is basically Ja Rule and this white dude named Billy started this festival and shit, and the festival was supposed to be in the Bahamas and shit. So they had pretty much this crazy ass festival. They had all these music acts. They was telling all of these people to come to this festival and pay like over $100,000 to come. Yeah. They were saying they were gonna have these luxury like villas and like these homes and shit.
And
like,
yacht rooms and all types of crazy stuff.
Hell yeah. So they supposed to have all this wild shit. And then pretty much once they got to the place, it was just fucking chaos and shit.
They had mad Hurricane Katrina tents up. Yeah, it was
hands was
nuts,
all wet and shit.
Yo, that shit was so wild though. I'm like, yo, how the fuck? Because I ain't gonna lie, if I would have been booking that trip and I would have seen like the room out of nowhere just end up missing from the webpage and shit, I'm like, oh hell no, some fishy shit going on and shit.
Oh yeah, and to add more context to that backstory that Trey was just saying, they was deleting pictures and shit off their Instagram. Like they was slowly but surely getting shit off their Instagram because they knew that they didn't have the funding to do the exact concert that they was talking about that they wanted to do. Yeah. That shit just started going downhill like fast as fuck.
Yo, and this nigga Ja Rule and shit. Everybody's saying like, yo, Ja Rule, he don't deserve. I mean, niggas trying to figure out why Ja Rule not in jail.
Nah, before we even go there, yo, like they was like having all types of crazy situations. Remember, homie? They was talking about he had to have homie. They couldn't get the water. Oh, yeah. They said like Billy called. It was like the old gay homie. Billy called homie like, yo. Like we only got they want $175,000 and we ain't got that B. With you being the face of the gay community for our event, we need you to go get my man some head and get water for us.
Yeah, that shit wild.
It was going crazy, yo. Like it had so many crazy like situations. Like yo, if you ain't seen it, it's a good look, yo.
No, and the wild shit about it is I'm like, Billy is supposed to be like this brilliant business mind, right? So like he's supposed to be like, you know, Steve Jobs or like the next Steve Jobs.
Yo, but yo, he was going crazy because remember they kept saying like they wouldn't have any money. Yeah, leave for like 2 or 3 days and come back with like $3-4 million like investment money.
He was the finesse kid.
Yeah, Billy was going crazy, yo.
But no, I mean only why I was bringing that shit up because like, if you're supposed to be this negotiating, you know, fucking guru and shit, wouldn't you think to tell that dude, like, all right, here's what you do for the dude that want to give him no water and shit, here's what you do. You play hard, blah, blah. He's like, here's what you need to do. Tell him you gonna suck his dick.
But for y'all that never looked at the documentary, the funny part is Dog ain't even fight with Billy about the shit. Dog, he basically just signed up and said, yep, I'm already and shit.
He was all the way with it. He told he was on the dock like, yeah, I told homie like shit, all right. He said he went home, took a shower, rinsed his mouth off with some Listerine. He said he found himself knocking on homie door like, yo, what up with the water?
Yo, wait, so that nigga wanted to have fresh breath to get him some head?
Yeah. He hit him with the Listerine, bro. And when he was ready to go crazy for this water. Luckily, Dog was on some real stuff. He was like, nah, bro, just give me my money as soon as y'all get it.
Yeah, but the wild part is even after he told him he was gonna give him the water, he still looked like he was ready to give it to him and shit.
No, it's good. Yo, I ain't gonna lie, cause that dude, I forgot his name, but like, dude was the star of the damn show.
Hilarious, but he was going nuts the whole time.
Yo, he said after that he was like the dudes on the island because like the workers wasn't getting paid and shit. He was like they was holding niggas captives and shit. And he was like, oh shit, they came into the house and they was like, yo, where our money at? He was like, I ain't got no money, but shit, you can take my clothes and shit.
Yeah, he was like, what did he say? He was like, hey man, I was standing outside with the rest of the people. He like some big dude walked up on me like, hey yo, don't y'all owe us like $27,000? I need it.
Followed him around.
Yeah, he's like, I need it right now. He was like, man, I ain't got it. Yeah. He said he followed him.
Yo,
what he said then? He said he jumped on the boat.
I told a black dude. Hey, he was the only the black guy on the show because he was working for him. He was the only guy that knew the whole island because he was from what was it?
Bahamas.
Yeah, he was from Bahamas and shit, so he knew how to get around and shit. He's like, oh shit, I ain't got y'all money. Let me go figure out how to get it. He just jumped on a boat to his head.
He said he got out of the Dodge. He wasn't with it.
Yeah, that shit was funny as hell though. But nah. As I was watching the show, and I was thinking, I'm like, shit, that shit kind of looked lit. I mean, besides the fact that niggas ain't had shit to eat and shit.
Yeah, no, but with that though, like, I mean, do you feel like Ja Rule should have went to jail? Because like Ja Rule had an intricate part in the actual scheme of things. Yo.
I ain't gonna lie, I feel like Ja Rule I mean, I'm gonna tell you from the Black Panther mind of mine and shit. Like, if I'm thinking of that shit, I'm like, I'm happy that, you know what I mean, he ain't have to go down for this shit. But from like the logical mind, hell yeah, he should have went to jail. He should be in prison like a motherfucker.
I remember watching the doc, and homie was like, when the dude from Blink 82 came.
Blink 182.
Yeah, when Blink 182 came, and John was like, yo, I'm finna show you, I'm finna give you a tour of the island.
Oh, no, that was Major Lazer.
Oh, no, that was Major Lazer. You're right. That was one from Major Lazer.
Hell yeah.
He's like, I'm finna give you a tour of the island. So, I mean, and this was well into them knowing that it wasn't finna work.
Yeah.
That mean, like I said, John knew, like, the situation was way worse than when he was advertising.
Bro,
well, did y'all ever hear what Ja had said? Ja and the Billy dude both have said, well, fuck it, shit. We just finna sell these regular ass motherfuckers a pipe dream and get our money and shit. Like, they openly admitted that they was finna sell this fake ass dream and shit.
Yeah, Josh should definitely be in prison right now. I mean, sitting there with Billy right now.
Hell yeah. And it's not even for that shit. If you go back into the scene when they was showing like the not the press conference, but the conference call and shit, when Ja was on the conference call, and he was like, shit, ain't nobody died though. I'm like, yo, what the hell? Hell, people starve this shit.
And then it was crazy, right? Because like how was Ja not being accountable for it? But they was trying to hold accountable the what's it called? The people that was promoting it for him.
Fyre.
No, you know the people that were promoting it. The
museum.
No. The regular people that were promoting it.
Oh, the influencers.
The influencers.
Yeah.
So they were trying to hold the influencers accountable for it because they was promoting it.
Right.
But Ja was promoting it too.
Hell yeah.
So how was Ja not a huge part of it when a lot of the following was because it was his backing?
No, I think because Jobs got a dope ass lawyer. Because I'm pretty sure he still has that lawyer that got him out of that dope case when Martin Eaton was involved.
That's true.
Or, well, I mean, in Ja's defense, even though he should go to jail, but in his defense though, it wasn't like he was. It wasn't like he was there majority of the time either, though.
Nah, man, ain't about being there. He's seen the logistics. He's seen the whole setup before anybody came through.
Yeah, he knew what was popping.
But I mean, technically, Frye Fest did work for 60 people and shit, like they said.
Frye Fest, bro?
No, I said Frye Fest, nigga. Frye Fest did work for the first 60 people. Like when they first had the models and shit go on the island, it technically that was Frye Fest and shit. It just didn't work for 5,000 people.
Fire, yeah, I think it's Fyre Fest. But no, I mean, while we think Ja Rule's, well, I think Ja Rule's culpable. It's not about being there or even the 60 people because that was all marketing and shit. It was the fact that he knew the logistics. He knew how big that island was. He knew that it couldn't fit shit. He knew how many beds and shit was there. He knew that it was tents and it wasn't fucking. He knew
it wasn't gonna work for what they were promoting.
Facts.
Facts.
But yeah, I mean, so if we was there, do you guys think we would be able to survive that shit? And if we were to survive, would we have a great ass time?
All the way, B.
Oh no, we would have had mad niggas back in this.
120%, yo. They had liquor. They had women.
Yep.
And remember, they said they had the DJ. The DJ had the island popping, yo. They was like, remember, they kept saying like, yo, the music too loud. So we can't check these people in. So I got music, women, and liquor. And we getting free food. I don't even care if it's a cheese sandwich.
I feel like, yo, I grew up on cheese sandwiches. I looked at that, I was like, that shit look good as hell. Let me hit love on that.
The wheat bread, and that's Kobe Jack. I'm with it.
Yeah, I would have had a great ass time.
Yeah, fam. Me and the homies would have had a ball. And I already spent $20,000 to come here, yo. I know I'm taking the L already.
Hell yeah.
I'm not finna go back to the airport.
Yeah, you gotta make the best of it.
I was just finna say.
I'm saying we got tents. We got tents. We got women and we got alcohol. It's no reason for it not to be a good time. I don't care. It's 1,000 women right now.
Hell yeah.
After I guess your good time will kick in after you realize you just paid $20K to just
I mean you got to realize the L. Take the L.
I ain't gonna lie. Well, my bad for cutting you off and shit, but I ain't gonna lie. If I was there and I was like drunk as fuck, I wouldn't even realize I was taking the L because I would have been passed the fuck out by like noon.
I'm not even trying to check in. I'm not trying to check in at all, yo.
Cause yo, remember when they first went to that hotel, or not the hotel, but that bar and shit?
Oh, word.
I would have been taking so many fucking shots. Niggas would have been dropped. I would have thought I was at the Hilton the whole damn time and shit. I'd have been drinking Four Loko like shit. But hell yeah. So, since we know that shit was like a huge ass scam and shit, what's like the biggest scam you niggas have ever encountered and shit?
Didn't you say y'all was scamming in middle school? Yo?
Oh yeah. When we was in middle school, we was with Best Man. It was just like the male version of Best Friends or Best Girls, whatever the hell it was called. It was like a Big Brother type of program. And yo, we needed money to fund our field trips and all that. So we was selling candy.
Speak King.
We was selling candy, and we was also supposed to be selling ice cream and shit. So me and this nigga Trey, this is back when we was in middle school.
Yep.
When we had the candy, like sometimes we eat that candy and shit. And then when the people was giving us some money, so the bars, like you was selling like Snickers, Reese's, and Twix and all that type of shit. So when people was giving us some money, we used to like take that money to go eat out somewhere. We ain't never returned that money back to our best man teacher.
We was at Applebee's like a motherfucker. We was the first one to find out about them deals at Applebee's.
Oh hell yeah, we was everywhere with that shit. Like that was like damn near the first job we ever had and shit.
My mom was like, hey, what
was scamming?
Hell yeah, that's our first job like shit.
Yeah, but no, I mean our scamming kind of get worse from there. That was like the beginning of like the start of our overall scam.
How it get worse though? How it get worse?
Our scamming journey and shit. So me and Nige was a king of that shit. So we used to be like, yo, how about shit? We got this candy and shit. Because we started asking people, like, we used to go around, like, the hood and, like, bus stops and shit and be like...
Oh, you told me we used to, like... Yo, we was like...
Hold on. Look, because I got to go back. Cause
yeah, go ahead.
The story that led up to us doing that shit, because, like, first we was at bus stops, like, yo, we got these M&Ms and shit, two for the $5. We sent them way over the price value and shit. And then people was like, oh, look at these little kids. They look so lovely. And they just started buying them from us and shit. So after we ran out of all of our snacks, me and Nadi was like, yo, hey, that shit kind of easy asking niggas for change. So we was like, yo, how about, I mean, we ain't got no more candy, but yo, let's just ask niggas for change for a little while. See if we can come up with some lunch money.
Oh yeah, yo, we
could start panhandling.
Yo, we was going bus stop to bus stop, like, yo, can you give us $1 to get home?
Oh no, we used to be like,
niggas start panhandling.
I'm sorry, I don't have no money to make it back home. And my mama just got out the hospital. Imagine little dudes with no bass in their voice saying that shit.
Oh hell yeah.
These niggas is the worst.
Yo, it's crazy because I remember one dude gave me like $5. He said, man, I know what you doing, man. Here you go. Don't ask nobody else for no change today. I was like, thanks, sir. But I still, as I left after school, me and Shay was back on our hustle. We went in hustle. That's panhandling.
Yo, the funniest shit about
the panhandling, the hustle too.
Yo, the funniest shit about that, because I remember one day, me and Najee, we were fucking winning that shit. We both had like $10 a piece. We was like, yo, hey, bro, we cold at this.
Hell yeah, we do what homeless people do now. What we used to do. What homeless people do now, we used to do that shit when we was a kid.
Yo, I know, Dre, you was telling me you had a story about scamming and shit.
Yeah, me and back to homie E. I was talking about him last week. So me and E, no, I ain't finna say. E bought these horrible ass Jordans, right, from damn near from Milwaukee Mall. He bought some Jordan Flight 3s, right? So me and Nigel seen these shits and we was like, yo, E, them shits super trash. So we not finna let them ride.
Facts.
So he like, yo, damn, I can't wear these to this. We was going to the UWM party?
Something like that.
Yeah, we was going to like UWM party back at this time. So we're like, yo, you can't wear those to this party with us, bro. It's not finna happen. So he like, damn, bro, I just spent $100 on these. So he like, man, I can't just waste that $100. So we went to Midtown back when Midtown was open, right? So we outside of Midtown trying to sell these Jordans, right? So
I was selling Jordans on Midtown?
Yeah, we sold some Jordan Flight 3s at Midtown, right?
Hold on, let me give a backstory for Midtown for all of our out of state. Midtown is like the hoodest spot with all the fucking hood stores that you could buy all type of shit.
Midtown used to be lit. But yeah, so we were selling Jordans outside of Walmart at Midtown. So the first thing we tried to sell it to, we was like, hey, bro, we got... So I told Evan, like, don't tell these niggas that they flights. Just tell the niggas that they 3s. I'm like, yo, just tell the nigga that they 3s and shit. So the first nigga was like, hey, we got these Jordan 3s for sale. You know, we got a receipt. You know, they legit. We just don't want them. So I had E open up the box. He opened up the box. The nigga looked at him. He just started shaking his head slow as hell like, nah, my nigga, them ain't 3s. Them ain't 3s and shit. So we like, oh, shit. So I'm like, yo, he know what the jig is and shit. The jig is up. We ain't getting you. Never mind, my man. So he went about his way. So we seen this chick I used to go to high school with. What the fuck was her name? It don't matter. So we seen this chick we used to go to high school with. So I'm like, hollering at her, yo, what up? How you doing? Yada yada yada. She's like, nothing, chilling. Yo, don't you got a man? So I'm talking to her like, yo, I know you got a boyfriend. We got these Jordan 3s. She was completely oblivious to the Jordans because she was kind of poor back in the day, so she don't know what 3s actually look like and shit. So I was like, yo, we got these Jordan 3s or whatever, right? She was like, let me see them. So she looked at her. She's like, oh yeah, them nice. Let me call my boyfriend and see if he want them.
Nigga bought some shit.
So she called home and she's like, yeah, they got some Jordan 3s. He's like, what color? It's like, they black and white. She's like, they black and white. It's like, oh yeah, get them. So she gave us $150 for the.
God
damn,
damn.
That's awesome.
She gave me and Evan $150 for the Jordan 3s, yo.
Y'all niggas was the first Frye Festival. Now, I ain't gonna lie. I would say the ultimate Frye Festival scam that happened to my ass is
Fyre.
My bad. Damn, I said flight and shit. Oh, no, your ass was talking about Fyre. But the ultimate Fyre Festival was when I was in Atlanta and shit. And my ass was like, I had just got my refund check, so I was on some ball.
Oh, yeah, you got money.
I said, nigga, I'm rich.
Rich.
I'm downtown Atlanta with my homeboy Darius and shit. And this nigga was trying to sell me a MacBook Pro and shit. So this it is a crackhead and shit, but like how he did that shit was, it was this like UPS truck that pulled up and shit. And then he felt like he grabbed a package from the UPS truck and shit. And me and Darius was looking at him, I'm like, oh shit, he just stole that bitch. And then he looked at me, he was like, hey, I got what you did. I got this MacBook Pro and shit. I was like, oh shit, how much you want for that shit? He's like, $400. I was like, hell no, bro, you just stole that shit. He's like, I got you $200 and shit. So I went to the ATM and shit. Long story short and shit, my ass I was at work and I'm like happy as hell. I'm already posting shit on Facebook like, yo, I got this MacBook Pro because I was about to flip that bitch and shit. So yo, I got this MacBook Pro for sale and shit. So now I open that bitch. How about that bitch is a phone book wrapped up with fucking tape and shit. and he had the charger. It was a fucking extension cord and shit. I was mad as hell, yo.
Yeah, he came up like shit on your stupid ass.
Bro, I was late on rent and shit. I'm like, I was like, yo, Justin, I was about to flip this shit. I was about to pay rent. He's like, bro, hell no. How the fuck you just pay for that shit? But yeah, I mean, yo, Rico, you got a story with you got a Frye Fest story? A Fyre Fest story and shit.
All right, so
what scamming story might be?
So back in the day, I was a cheap ass nigga and shit, and I was willing to just buy whatever deals was just out there. So I was trying to buy me an iPod and shit, a touchscreen iPod. So I met this dude on Craigslist. I seen this little post, and he was like, "I got a 120 gig iPod Touch or whatever for $100 and shit." Like, all right, that's a pretty good deal and shit.
Niggas out here getting scammed.
So we meet up, everything cool or whatever. So I get the iPod or whatever. I get home, I put it on the charger. It charged up, cool. I cut that shit on. It was a fat ass Android sign on the front of it and shit. And when I went back to go holler at the nigga about it, dog blocked the fuck out of me and shit. No.
I'm saying, but at least that shit wasn't a fucking phone book wrapped in fucking tape and shit. But how the fuck it was still electronic?
Yeah, it was still electronic and shit.
How the fuck you sell me a Apple product with Android shit all over it?
Wait, how much you spent for that shit?
I paid $100 for that shit.
That was kind of love right there. And shit.
Nah, hell no.
No, my ass didn't have no type of electronic at all. It was just a fucking fat ass phone book.
Still play for a Georgia phone book and shit. That's
pretty
hilarious.
much. You knew everybody's number though.
$200 and shit. And the fucked up part about it, I was unwrapping it at work, and then everybody was laughing like, "Fuck, your ass ain't got no more money, huh?" I was like, "Hell no." Nah. All right, so we pretty much all understand that all of us was doing the same shit Ja Rule was doing on the Fyre Festival and shit.
Scamming or getting scammed.
Hell yeah. Y'all boys see that Big Draco interview and shit?
Big Draco.
Soulja Boy with it, yo. Hey, low key, that Soulja Boy interview made me a fan, yo. Like, I'm a fan of Soulja Boy now.
Yo, I wouldn't say I'm a fan. He just reminded me all the hits that he had and shit. So
I kind of still hate that nigga and shit.
Facts,
bro. I don't know. That interview on the Breakfast Club was hilarious.
Yo, the one like Everyday Struggle was even more funnier than
that. He was going nuts, B. And like I said, like honestly, like he was exaggerating the truth like crazy, but like a lot of that stuff was legit.
Hell yeah.
I'll say some of it's legit because
I a lot.
When I say some, I say probably like 30% what he was saying was legit.
30%.
No.
Yo, because when he was saying that shit,
60.
no, because when he was saying that shit, I went back to look at it. I'm like, yo, because I was agreeing too much with him. I'm saying, yeah, he right. I look back and like did a little bit of research of it. Like he was kind of lying. He was kind of capping on a couple shit.
But I mean, he is like a grandfather to this music industry, like right now. And
Wait,
shit.
how?
No. Before we go in there, pause, Rico. What was he lying about now?
Yo, I'm saying he was like. You got to go back to all the kid rappers and shit that was popping.
I'm listening.
He was saying he was the number one. You got Criss Cross, you got Bow Wow. You didn't even throw Homie on that shit.
No, he said he was the number one streaming artist.
And
I'm not. That's what I'm saying. That's not the. When I said 30% right, that's in the 30% right. He was. He kind of.
Hold on.
But he was saying like he was like number one. He didn't remember Criss Cross. He didn't remember Bow Wow. The niggas that paved the way.
He was talking about he was the number one streaming artist.
But no, but I'm saying that's one of them that I agree with.
Nah, here's what.
But no, he was saying he's like the first rapper on YouTube.
No, that's facts.
No, he's saying he wasn't saying he was the first rapper. He's saying he was the biggest rapper on YouTube.
So what
I'm saying, no, that's how we took it. But he was saying I was the first.
Hold on. So what he's saying is not I was the first. He's saying I'm the reason why a Spotify would exist. I'm the reason why. Hold on, listen to me. I'm the reason why music went from CD to digital. Because when he started making Crank That and all that shit on YouTube, and it had like 1 million views, and then he started to monetize that shit and turn that shit to like ringtones and all that shit.
And like he the reason why you can actually find an artist on YouTube at this point.
Facts, because like he was the first artist that figured out how to make money from digital audio.
I would say he's not the first to find out how to make money. He's the first to introduce rap to the internet. I'll say that as with the dancing and all this shit before. But I'm saying he didn't start streaming, yo. He started the LimeWire.
Oh no, he didn't start it, yo. But he definitely changed the game.
Well, he got a foot in it. We can say that.
With streaming, how?
No, not even a foot. Like I said, he didn't get a foot in it. A foot in it is what Najee is saying. Other niggas put the foot in the door, but he changed the game for streaming artists to be picked up because. You couldn't find an artist on YouTube before Soulja Boy.
Like, yo, we're not talking about YouTube, yo, because it's
YouTube, like actual like digital streams. He made the Crank That beat on Fruity Loops.
Well, that's not digital. I mean, saying we're talking about him being the first to inspire what Spotify is today. He's not. iTunes is. I
don't agree with that, but so that's why I'm saying 60% of the stuff he was saying was legit.
It's not legit.
Not 30.
I'm saying. I mean, he like a smaller version of Gucci Mane in the sense where he did put on a lot of artists too, though.
Who?
Shit, he named off everybody that he put on.
Who did he? I'm saying that's major right now, or just in the same slump.
Well, it ain't even got to be that you major. I mean, if you're an artist and he put you on, or he worked with you prior to, then
he didn't bigger their catalog. He didn't make them bigger. He didn't make them like. He's trying to take credit from Chief Keef. No. He can't take credit for Chief Keef.
No, but
I agree with that.
Well, I'm saying, back to the YouTube shit is like, yo, he was the first artist to monetize that shit legally. He was because remember when LimeWire and shit was doing that shit was illegal. Like they got that shit shut down. Even when what was the name of the other platform that got shut down and shit?
Frostwire.
Bear Share.
No, it was the dude that was on that Facebook movie. I forgot his name and shit. But he had started.
Are you talking about
Napster?
Napster, yeah. But that's what I'm saying. So Soulja Boy showed the game how to monetize digital audio.
And he was saying like he was one of the first people to actually like promote being an independent artist.
Facts. And that's what
he
I'm
wasn't
saying.
Independent though. He was on Interscope.
But no, I mean, either way it go, like his overarching point was like, yo, he's a pioneer of this era that we're in right now. He's a pioneer. Like without Soulja Boy having an imprint on YouTube, there would be no, there wouldn't be any Spotify or artist drop because people wouldn't even know how much money you can make on YouTube from music and shit. Like he was the first one to show you how to do it, like gave you the blueprint for that shit.
No, so he's the first person to give you the blueprint on how to market yourself on YouTube, not monetize.
No, he wasn't
making money off YouTube.
No, he was.
People started making money off YouTube like two years ago.
Well, he was selling. All right, so here's how I'm saying he's making money. He became famous on YouTube from his music, and then he
became famous on LimeWire.
What?
LimeWire.
No, it was definitely YouTube. Bro.
Yo, Crank That was on LimeWire.
Was niggas doing a Crank That from a LimeWire audio?
That shit was all over the place. I ain't gonna lie.
No, but I'm saying the song was on LimeWire. YouTube wasn't popping like it wasn't as popular as it is.
No, it was not LimeWire, bro.
But it was LimeWire.
All right.
Because I remember when I was like downloading songs. You remember every time we try to download an album, you heard Soulja Boy crank that. We was pissed.
It wasn't on LimeWire, but
it was on LimeWire.
If you hearing this, you know what I mean, if you're listening to this shit, just let us know what you think about. Did Soulja Boy become famous on YouTube, or did he become famous on LimeWire? And did he get paid from LimeWire or YouTube and shit?
No, of course he didn't get paid from LimeWire. All that shit you burning.
Well, how did he? How did he?
Free.
Yeah, how did he become Soulja Boy? But one thing that I did get from that interview was, I feel like labels are they're using the 6ix9ine marketing plan to get these artists back popping. Even for like legacy acts like Soulja Boy and all these dudes, they figuring out like, all right, 6ix9ine is going, what worked for him and how can we turn that shit into a profitable state or strategy. And I feel like that's exactly what Soulja Boy is doing.
I don't know, yo, because low key 6ix9ine is kind of a marketing genius. So it's like, because he was kind of like handling that business show. Soulja Boy low key is just kind of a clown. And it's just like
6ix9ine was a clown.
No, but no. 6ix9ine was a strategized clown. 6ix9ine had an actual strategy behind his.
Soulja Boy got strategy too, though.
No. Soulja Boy does not have a strategy.
No,
Soulja Boy is making moves based on Soulja Boy. Soulja Boy, like I don't feel like that interview was like an actual process, like a thought process. I feel like Soulja Boy was being Soulja Boy. Dude is a clown, and he was like just showing people like, "Yo, this is how I feel."
So wait, I got a question for you then. What's the difference between what 6ix9ine was marketing versus what Soulja Boy was marketing?
Doing the exact same shit.
6ix9ine was actually doing that shit on purpose. Soulja Boy did that shit on accident.
Now here's what I know, because when they start talking, most of his shit sound like it was rehearsed. Like that Drake. That shit sounded like he was practicing that moment because like
not in an Instagram live. He was saying that he was that when he was
Instagram live.
No, but I'm saying no. When he started, that was Instagram.
When he started, it did pop up on Instagram.
When he did it with Tiger, that was Instagram.
That was Instagram.
I didn't say. I said the Drake moment.
That was that was on Instagram Live.
That's where it started.
Yeah, he just did it again on the Breakfast Club.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, like I said, that wasn't. That's just him.
Nigga said, "Oh."
I was like, shit, I ain't got no rebuttal to that.
Yeah, that was just him. Like I don't feel like it was a marketing scheme. I feel like that was how.
I don't know.
That was him being him. In front of the world, yo.
But I guess when you say he a clown, I kind of can't say that he was a clown because I mean, if we being honest, Soulja Boy was one of the first artists with a shoe, with his own clothing line.
No, you're fucking bugging. He's not the first person with a shoe.
I didn't say he was. I said one of.
No,
I said he was one of them.
Okay,
I said he was one of the artists. He's one of the first artists with his own clothing line and his own shoe line that was actually successful. Wasn't successful to us. But it was successful though.
I got a question for you then. What does that have to do with him being a clown? It has nothing to do with him being a clown. I'm not saying that he's not a good businessman, because Soulja Boy is a businessman.
But that's exactly what
he knows how to make money move.
But all this comes down to business though. Literally all this comes down to business.
No, but he's saying he's a clown by the antics.
Yeah, by his antics.
Okay. Here's what I'm saying. I'm saying the antics is staged by the label. Cause check me out. Hold on before you say any rebuttal.
Yo, but he didn't. He was independent.
Check me out, though. Listen, right now, I'm talking about right now. I'm not talking about in the past. I'm saying right now, Soulja Boy just signed a label deal, right? As soon as he signed his label deal, he go on his press tour, he started dropping singles and all this shit. Before this, I never heard him say anything bad about Tiger. I never heard him say anything about, I never heard him say anything about Drake. He on his press run. Most of these niggas been doing taking the same 6ix9ine blueprint. Say Drake name, say some fucked up shit. Troll to the maximum. Say some clickbait shit to get these niggas to click on this shit and get popping, and then we gonna watch your streams and all that shit go up.
Hey, wait, Drake, before you say something, but people have always been doing that. They just gave it a label saying 6ix9ine. That's 6ix9ine.
No, pause. Wait. Because if you listen to the interview, it was nothing like 6ix9ine. He bigged up everybody
that he dissed.
After he dissed, he said, "What you talking about? I love Drake." Of course. And then he dissed him. That's what I'm saying.
That's not what I'm saying.
No, that's exactly what you're saying. If you would stop talking for a second, that's exactly what you're saying. You are saying that he's pulling the 6ix9ine. 6ix9ine trolled everybody with no big ups. Draco was big up at everybody. Nah, I love Drake. I told Drake all the time. That's my boy. But I'm better than Drake. You talking about Aubrey?
No, I'm saying
from DeGeneres? I mean, that was after he bigged up the
No, I say Trey.
The kid for the rope. Had a kid for the rope on his kid.
Yo, Trey, no, I understand what Trey Train's saying because because it was always trolling. It was never a name on it. This 6ix9ine, he just did it the best, and he was just dissing everybody from record labels to games and shit.
And I agree with that. I agree 100%.
Because remember, Soulja Boy did this before when he was trying to fight Chris Brown.
Yeah, and I agree with that. I'm saying that this is not the same thing though, because it's a completely different strategy. If he bigging up and he big up Migos before he dissed them, he bigged up Drake before he dissed them, he bigged up Tiger before he dissed them. He was saying like he loved all these dudes.
Hey yo, but that kind of don't matter though. But he's still following the 6ix9ine formula. Just say some controversial shit to
That's
get
what I'm saying.
That's what he's saying.
I mean, but if you a clown, you a clown.
You're saying what Rico he was trying to combat, saying he wasn't a clown.
Hold on.
He's still a clown, but Trey is saying that they're taking 6ix9ine's formula because he was saying all crazy shit start from Instagram.
Facts. Cause check me out. What I'm saying is like, why has Soulja Boy? He's been out. He's been an artist for a while. Why, as soon as he signs his label deal, out of nowhere, he just begins to start trolling out of nowhere. I'm saying, cause where was he in November? Where was he in October? Where was he in September?
Soulja Boy been saying clown shit.
I'm saying, like, since the label deal, cause he just dropped the single the moment he went on fucking Breakfast Club and shit.
Soulja Boy been saying clown shit.
Bro, do you not hear what I'm saying? What I'm saying is,
I hear what you're saying. All I'm saying is
it a
Soulja
coincidence or not?
He's been saying clown shit. It's more like that's what I'm looking for. It's more like actually viewed and seen because he's on a platform now, because he went to the Breakfast Club, which is a huge platform. He went to Everyday Struggle, which is a huge platform.
Yeah.
But he's been saying clown shit. Like, he's been saying clown shit for years.
But that's why I think, like, the label, I was like, all right, Soulja Boy is already kind of controversial, but what can we do to take him to the next level? What can we do to make that shit he been doing to the way bigger? Because he never even went on Breakfast Club before.
Buy the Soulja watch.
Out of here, bro.
Yeah, that was his first appearance. But no, that was his first appearance on the Breakfast
That's
Club.
what I'm saying.
That's what
I'm saying. And how ironic is it that the moment he signs to a label, he goes on Breakfast Club, he do just crazy ass. All I'm saying. I mean, I agree with you saying that he's been doing clown shit like this, but I just think labels, because like I'm noticing that shit with a lot of artists that are starting to try to bubble. They start to do this like weird ass trolling shit, like what's that nigga name? Jacquees started to do it. Tory Lanez was doing it for a while and shit. If niggas can say Kanye was on that 6ix9ine starter packet with his
well, no, you really can't say Kanye, because Kanye always been saying some controversial shit.
Yeah.
So you can't say Kanye. And Jacquees, he wasn't saying no crazy shit. He wasn't dissing nobody. He was just saying, I'm the best R&B at my era. I'm the best in R&B.
But
right now. You should feel that way.
But into Jacquees' defense though, that nigga was just like, didn't nobody start talking about R&B until I said something about it.
First and foremost, who is Jacquees? But
he named his cousin Jacquees.
You know Jacqueline. She cool. She cool as hell. What you talking about, son?
Fuck y'all, man.
Nah, but speaking on this Soulja Boy interview and shit, some of that shit he was saying was facts, but who we think has had the greatest run in hip hop and shit? Besides, well, I mean, I guess we could include Soulja Boy into it, but who has had the overall greatest run or the overall?
Are you speaking like hip hop sense or like business sense in total?
Nah, so I'm speaking on hip hop sense. Like, who has had the greatest run in hip hop? Kind of how Soulja Boy, when he first came out, he had Crank That and all that shit, but he was like killing shit for a long ass period of time. Who has had another period in hip hop that was long as shit? Like,
all right, and we not counting Diddy, Master P, Jay-Z, like none of those, like none of like the already known moguls.
No, but he's saying a long run.
But
I'm saying he's saying the wrong being consistent every year.
That's what I'm saying. And we not naming them.
No, Jay was never consistent. Jay wasn't consistent. He wasn't popping from early January all the way to the next year, January.
And you can't count those. I think count those. So just give me the top 5, 1 through 5, longest runs in hip hop.
You can say Drake.
Drake one.
Drake is one of them. You can say Nelly. Nelly was one of them.
Nah, definitely Nelly.
Nelly was one of them.
Nelly always sleep on. And
Ja Rule.
Definitely slept on.
I dare you
Ja
say no.
Rule
Yes.
had a consistent run.
Yes.
Like 50.
Yes. His run was before 50 and then 50 killed it.
But I'm saying, but
Ja was
Jay,
going crazy and I hate Ja Rule.
But I'm saying Ja, yeah, but I'm saying Ja didn't have a classic. He didn't have like a classic at all.
Wait, was 50? Who had the better run though? This is
50 had the, 50 had the better run.
50 definitely had the better.
He had the better run.
50 had the better run.
Because when
Get Rich or Die Trying shits on down there half a Ja Rule catalog.
I agree with Get Rich or Die Trying is the better overall shit. Yeah, I mean, Get Rich or Die Trying is the overall better album, but if you're looking at like classic hits and who had more of a classic overall sound when you think about certain music and shit, you go back and listen to Ja Rule shit more. Cause like when I'm trying to create like playlists or whatever, I go back to listen to Ja Rule shit way more often than I go back.
But that's because Ja Rule was at a point where Ja Rule had music that everybody could get along with. You know what I'm saying? Ja Rule didn't have just that one particular sound.
Yeah, because I absolutely hate Ja Rule, but Ja Rule has bangers, dude.
Facts.
Yeah, so y'all saying that 50 Cent run was way better than Ja Rule.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Because Get Rich or Die Trying was one of the dopest albums I ever heard.
Get Rich or Die Trying was at a turning point in hip hop and shit.
And he had like 10 singles off that one album. So like
word.
That one album transitioned him to making clothes, rubbers, everything and shit.
Oh no, facts. You know he the Magic Stick rubber.
Yeah,
straight up. Magic.
That shit transitioned him to everything.
And he got what's it called? Vitamin water after Get Rich or Die Trying.
Yeah, so
50 was going nuts.
Yeah.
Right, so after 50, so where's 50 ranking that top 5 though?
Like he's not probably. He probably like one. He probably one of the 10.
Straight up.
Because Drake got the best, and then you got Wayne after that, and then you got Nelly, and then
are we counting producers?
T-Pain, T-Pain got to be in that.
T-Pain is definitely. Ooh.
Oh
yeah,
T-Pain. I don't know though.
No, T-Pain had a
for 4 years though.
Crazy run.
What's the
every album T-Pain was putting out at one time was crazy fire. T-Pain replaced R. Kelly as the R&B go-to guy for like 4 or 5 years.
Well, not even just that.
R. Kelly wasn't even talking like that.
He was what Nate Dogg was to the 90s and shit. He was the hook guy for everybody for a while and shit.
Yeah, but how long did that last? It didn't last a long ass time though.
Shit. It was like 3 or 4 years.
T-Pain was on a ignorant ass.
But I'm saying we're comparing like dope runs, like how Drake had it and how Lil Wayne had it.
Well, Drake's still on his run. So I mean, Drake obviously number 1.
Well, let's get the criteria of a run. The run is A, you're selling records. B, your single is charting like crazy. And C, you're
putting out music consistently.
You're putting out music consistently, but you have like a crazy impact on culture.
Yeah, so pretty much the feature.
Yeah,
that's so like you're doing feature heavy.
Yeah, so Drake would definitely be one. T-Pain would be one.
Future, unfortunately,
Future is no. Future had a shorter run than T-Pain.
No.
Yes.
Future run wasn't that big. No. Future is arguable, yo. Only because, like I said, Future was putting out so much music.
Yo, as long as T-Pain and T-Pain.
No. I agree. He shouldn't be above T-Pain.
Well, I'm saying Future shouldn't be at all mentioned.
He'd be in the. No. He should be mentioned. Maybe top 10.
He's not top 10. No, he's not top 10.
Future put out 3 and 4 projects a year.
That don't mean nothing.
They do in this kind of climate.
That was going crazy, yo.
And out of those projects, when he had like 1 or 2 songs that really went.
No, he putting out 3 and 4 projects and going on tour every year. How is that not relevant?
No, you don't understand the criteria that Trey announced. So.
All right, but in the comment section, just let us know who y'all think had the greatest run in hip hop. Was it T-Pain? Was it Future? Was it Jay-Z, Drake? I mean, just let us know and shit. But speaking of Future, what was you saying about Future, Naj?
Oh, this nigga Future. First of all, I wouldn't say that. I'll say Future is he's a fake drug head. First of all, this shit. Nigga been on drugs for mad long, but
piece of shit.
He's inspiring all these little kids to do drugs. And then the real topic is this nigga. It's really when you say of ain't shit ass niggas. That nigga Future is like number 1. That ain't shit ass nigga. Yo, this nigga is still crying about Sierra, son.
He
act like a scoring ass woman,
bro.
And shit.
Bro, love is real, fam. Like he got mad baby mama, so I don't know how much.
But you can't be sitting right there.
No, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is he had mad baby mama, so I don't know how much he's been in love. But if you actually love a chick, like real life love a chick, honestly, it's hard to get over her, yo.
But my problem with Dog is this nigga be trying to control it. You can't tell a motherfucker how to act.
Facts.
And then you going around being like a big ass clown and shit. Dude like pissing me off like hell in all these interviews and shit.
Yo, facts. I was saying that because he like you still talking about another man. So the whole backstory about Future is he was in an interview and then the guy was like asking him like, yo, how you feel about Russell Wilson and shit. So my man was like, yo, I think that nigga he do whatever his wife tell him to do, and I'm like, yo, that's most marriages, yo.
Oh, yeah,
Like,
Most of the time, the wife tells the
That's right back to Dirty Mac, and he trying to get back on his old lady and trying to.
Oh no, but he can't because they married with another kid,
and they happily married.
But no, he just a scoring. He just like a scoring ex. That's all it is and shit. I thought that was corny because most of the time, because like when Future first get popping, Future never did like no interviews at all. Like he didn't do too many interviews and shit. This is like that's the longest I ever heard this nigga talk. I didn't even know how this nigga sound actually without like him on records and shit, son. So I'm like,
I don't singing and shit.
So I'm thinking like, dude, why is he talking about his ex? Because of course that's gonna be the headline. Oh, he's dissing Russell Wilson and shit. I'm like, yo, everybody know Russell Wilson is a fucking cornerball. Everybody know that shit. You stating the obvious, my G.
Yeah, and then to add even on top of that, while I keep calling dude a bitch and shit. dog, he getting an interview and he telling motherfuckers he didn't want to tell nobody he stopped doing lean because he didn't want people to judge his music.
Yeah,
like,
that's fucking corny.
You fucking sweet ass nigga. Like, you been making this type of music your whole career and shit. Like, you made a living off basically making people into junkies
because
and shit.
that's his lane, yo. Like, honestly, yo. Like, it's mad niggas that aren't drug dealers, aren't in these streets, but talking about selling drugs.
But I'm saying
like,
you can talk about
the difference is, I mean, selling drugs you can make bread on that shit, but fucking being addicted to lean that causes seizures and niggas to die and shit.
I mean, it's literally no difference, yo.
No,
like niggas,
well, you know what the difference
is? Niggas faking selling drugs on records versus niggas faking doing drugs on records.
But you know
I'm
the
saying,
difference is.
Wait, Rico. But who would you rather be, the person selling drugs or doing drugs?
And it's easier to do drugs.
Definitely selling drugs.
Okay, then what you talking about?
and then the worst part about that whole thing is,
Touche, my nigga.
dog. It's just overall, like, dog's just like a real piece of shit for that. Like, you can't be sitting right here influencing all these people and then you turn around in the same breath like, well, I ain't doing drugs no more, but shit, y'all can fuck y'all lives up.
That nigga, nah, I don't think he don't know where his footing in the game is at. Yeah, I mean, he has a catalog, he has the music, he has the hits, he has everything. To be saying some gay shit.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, his catalog is so big because he put out so much music. Future put out so many projects. It's impossible for his catalog not to be huge.
But I'm saying, if you gonna lie and still rap about you doing drugs, that's panhandling like shit.
That nigga's a clown.
But like when Trey was trying to do, he's panhandling at first. But that's a Future. That nigga's panhandling to an audience. Like, yo, you have the credentials to switch your whole style up.
But I know why he did that though. I mean, I don't agree with why he did that, but I know why he was doing that shit. Because there was so many people jumping in his lane and shit. Because like, when Future was doing that shit, it wasn't that many people in his lane, but then out of nowhere, it was like Lil Uzi Vert and all these niggas just started jumping, making druggy rap like he was doing this shit. So I think Future was concerned about how can I keep this audience, how can I keep their attention and shit.
I know.
Because if he would have switched his whole like sound and shit, all of his audience would have went to, the new druggy rap niggas and shit.
But that was my point exactly was gonna be, he's a big enough star where he can use his platform to change the trajectory of certain things and shit.
Say that word again.
Trajectory.
Say it again.
That's what you said. You said trajectory.
He could have used his platform to change a whole bunch of shit, and I feel like had he just came out and been like, dawg, listen, lean ain't for everybody and shit, like y'all shouldn't do it, he probably would have changed. He probably would have changed all the people that was doing all the drugs and shit. Like, he probably could have had that kind of impact versus him still lying about it.
I disagree with that.
I ain't gonna lie though. When I used to listen to Future shit, that shit had me ready to fucking take a big ass gulp.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like, he couldn't. If he would have changed his dynamic and his actual approach on the music, he would have lost the little bit of following that he still has.
I don't think so, because he's already established.
Yeah, he already established.
And that's what I'm saying, right?
He got so-called classics too.
That's what I'm saying, right? So he has classics, but that has nothing to do with his new music. And after the fact that he admits to not doing what he is promoting at this point.
Yeah, but I'm saying that he can come out with a banger without talking about like, using drugs and shit.
I don't know. That's questionable. I got to see it first.
Yo, what I'm saying, he's been on hits.
So
I was definitely say.
So check me out. So if he don't make a banger about drugs, what will this nigga? What type of song will this nigga be actually been able to make? And shit?
Oh no, because I listened to his album and shit. I don't think his album that.
The new one?
Yeah, I listened to the new one and shit. What's it called? The Wizard.
The Wizard. I ain't listened to it. How you feel about that?
I mean, I'm not a Future fan. I didn't think it's trash. Terrible stuff.
I agree. That shit.
But your brother got terrible music.
I was just gonna say,
shit. Yo, but no, he has he got a couple songs that I will fuck with. That I would throw on the playlist. But as a whole, that album is like, I think auto-tune is like probably dead, yo.
Yeah, I mean, but that's Future. Like, honestly, I have never thrown an entire Future album on the playlist. It's always a couple songs.
But I'm saying he made 20 records, only like 3. That's an ass album.
Oh yeah, that's a horrible album.
Yeah, because it's like I'll say
F minus.
Because when I listened to it, I really was trying to listen to like the lyrics and what he was trying to say. I was like, yo, this nigga he's still rapping about taking drugs and shit.
Yeah, and it's hard as fuck.
But like,
Future saying.
But when I realized is that he say a lot of emotional shit about like him dealing with like girls or whatever in his raps and shit. I'm like, yo, he can probably go that in that lane. Like, fuck.
Yeah, he gonna take Wale's spot.
Especially because
no, he don't make like dope
all the way to
hell nah. Dirty ass. I can see that. Look at his face, turn Asian like shit with ugly ass eyes he got.
He is the singer, so I can see him going that route. I can see that working for him.
No, I think it's not because because like his voice is unique enough to like you can use his own.
That's what
voice.
I'm saying. Now that's why I agree with you. Yeah. So I can see that.
Yeah, so that shit's trash.
What the fuck is going on? But nah, I don't know, bro. I'm not really a Future fan and shit. I was never a supporter of Dude music at all and shit. But I don't know. I mean, I feel like that's gonna wrap up the Mac and the Hanging podcast. Y'all boys got anything else and shit?
No.
Not really.
Hell no, I ain't got shit either.
Well, we'll be back for episode 4. Catch us every Tuesday. I don't know when I'm gonna upload this bitch. I was gonna give you a timeline. And oh shit, I gotta redo it.
When it's ready, shit.
Hell yeah, but nah, we appreciate all the follows. Keep hitting that like button on Facebook. Keep commenting on Apple. Oh shit, we on Apple and shit.
We on Apple Music for the one time.
Hell yeah, so that means we famous as hell and shit.
Hell yeah, only real niggas get on Apple Music.
Wait, we ain't got sleepers?
Man, fuck Me and Rico about to get back to signing autographs and shit. But alright, that'll wrap up episode 3 and shit.
Dre, what?
Take it easy.